All right, welcome. This is Mr. Rosillian. We're going to be doing Unit 2, Lab 3, and this is Making Decisions, and this is page 5. So right now we're going to go into the Keeping Items from a List portion. So on this page, we're going to use predicates, which we've already gone over, with the keeps block to make a new list that has specific characteristics. So just as a quick refresher, predicate can be used with conditionals to decide when to do something. And as we go on through this lab, we'll see that we can use a keeps block, and that helps us make a new list with items that we want to keep. So here's an example of the keeps block, and basically it takes a list and predicates as inputs. It reports back a new list and only items in the inputs that meet the conditionals described in the predicate. So for example, we have here, the following expression will find words from the word list right here, whose first letter is V. So it's saying letter number 1, so that's number 1 on the index, is equal to V. So it's the first item. So we have a list of words, and the first item in that list is V. Add it to this list, and this has to be open. So that blank input spot is where the new list will be created, and it'll decide which items to keep. So we're going to go over a little vocab before we start this project. So first thing, I know we've gone over this before, a string, and basically it's an order sequence of characters. So a really good example of string is when we were doing our password generator. We took one item off each list. So that's item number 1, item number 2, item number 3. That is not a string. That is just individual items on a list. When you put all those items together, that's a string because that's your password. So another term that we've definitely gone over before is index. And the word index is the position of the element in a list. And the same word is used for the position of a character in a string. So one example that they let us put down here are the letters in a word. So those are considered So the first input to the letter is the index. That is position number 1. So let's go ahead and open up this project. All right, so if we click on words, there are about 3,000 words in this. All right, so let's take a look at this and see if we can figure out what these keeps blocks do. Okay, so this one says the length of the text. And remember, this part has to be open. So we're going to create a new list. The length of the new list is equal to 5. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has five letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like they all have 5. All right, and let's click on this one. All right, so if we click on this second list, it goes and keeps. So not is a number. So basically it's looking for something that's not a number. So 5 would not make it on that list because that is a number, and 0.79 is a number. Same thing as negative 329. So everything else it's registering as it is not a number, so it's going to be on that list. So they're removing all the numbers. So one last key point that's brought up over here is that there are 2 length blocks in Snap. So over here we have length of text, and a text is designed for strings. So it's going to look at the string length and say, how long is this? And the other one is length of list. And these ones are meant for specifically list, and you have to input a list in there. So here's where you can go back and see how many words are on the 12-letter. How many words have 12 letters in it on our list. So you can go back over here, click on our words list, and remove this list and start taking it from here. So right now it's going to look for length of 5. And out of 2,979, we have 353 words that made that cut. So it's now for your chance to kind of work around this and see if you can start pulling out different words and just exploring those blocks. So I'll see you in page 6.